I don't mind bodybuilding. I don't. I think that bodybuilding, when it gets to the degree where people are starting to use drugs to enhance themselves for bodybuilding, I think it's incredibly unhealthy. I think that defeats the purpose. Like when I first started training as a kid, I just wanted to look better. I didn't even know about drugs at that point. I looked at guys like Arnold and Frank Zane, and I thought that's just what they looked like. I didn't realize that they were enhanced in some way. So the pursuit for me was just about developing muscles and looking more aesthetic and looking better and feeling better along with it. I think that if that is the goal and it remains that goal, and you don't go down those other roads to get there, I still think it could be healthy. But I still encourage them at some point to, okay, look, you've got some muscle you built, do something with it.
Right. Have some functional pieces.
Do something. Cut something and do a couple of days a week where you're out there actually,
touching your toes or something.
Yeah. I mean, doing something that actually reward the muscle for its hard work to actually let it do what it prefers to do.
I think at the large ranges, the sizes, I just don't think it's ever going to be a drug-free sport.
Oh no, I mean to the point we were talking about. I didn't even go there. I'm thinking even as the recreational bodybuilder, if you're talking about the professional bodybuilding, that's dangerous, I think that's just, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, I go back, I'm not even that old, but I go back, to those days where the Mr. Olympia was, 240 pounds, Now he's in excess of 300 pounds at 3%, 2% body fat. That's insanity. And the drugs that are being used to get there are outrageous, outrageous. And it's like they don't even have a concern that what the long-term implications are going to be for their bodies. It's not even, and from what I'm told, because I don't even really know much about what they make, but I'm not even sure they even make that much money for what they're doing. So the risks involved and what they're making, it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a crazy sport mentality. We had Dorian Yates on before, and he trained until he tore his tricep and his bicep, and he was 265 lean on stage, and everything he did to get there.
Yeah.
And for him, I mean, look, there is something to be said about pursuing a discipline and what it teaches you mentally. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he destroyed his body and almost destroyed his life coming off of that.
And he's somewhat, he doesn't regret those days because that's what he did, but he'd certainly he's feeling the repercussions of those these days, right?
Well, yeah, he kind of changed his whole methodology. Also for him, he no longer associates himself with the Mr. Olympia, but a lot of guys do.
Yeah.
So they try to stay in shape. They try to go back later and still be in shape. And Dorian just kind of walked away from all that. So he can take his shirt off now. And I mean, he's still not in bad shape. But he doesn't need for you to see him as the super big guy.
Right.
He's kind of over that.
Right.
But that's a mental shift most guys can't make.
I don't think a lot of people can make that.
What about, we see Hollywood actors these days, and rap stars. Everyone now is needing to be big. A lot of drugs being used to get there. I mean, is this going wrong too? High school kids asking about, where do I get the steroids? I need the steroids. I mean, I
get questions all the time, on my platform, whether it be Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and it's like, it is concerning that it's such a quick question to be asked. Again, that wasn't part of my life growing up. I didn't even really think about it, and we go back and I think on my high school football team, there might have been one guy that was using something. We don't know because no one ever knew, but there might have been one guy. Now I look at it and I hear stories of high school football teams where half of the roster, if not 3/4 of the kids, are all using something, and it's such a defeatist trend, I think, because part of the real journey and part of the real joy of this journey is the time it takes and the effort that it takes to get to where you want to be. And for me, I always tell this story, two things. When I was young, if I had the option to use steroids, the two things I would have thought, number one, my father's going to kill me. So if he ever finds out I'm dead, he's going to throw me out of the house and I'm dead.
Why would he kill you?
He didn't want me doing anything. He didn't want me, I never drank and I never did drugs because of him. And my parents were divorced. So we lived with my father. So I'm like, if I screw this up, I'm toast. I'm out of this house. I got nobody, So I was always so fearful of doing anything wrong. So that I threw that in the bag of that would get me the eviction notice. So that was out. And then I had the other fear that if the results I'm going to get are either A, not long term, nothing I could, I'm going to have to stay on this stuff to maintain it, then I don't want it. And number two in that sense, was I always felt like, but it's gonna shortchange everything, like the whole part of the enjoyment. I was being truthful when I said before that I wanted to, like, I liked the feeling I got, and I still do to this day, the feeling of achievement I get from doing what I do. Like, I feel like this is something I can control in my life. And the ups and the downs, like maybe, you know, I don't get the results I'm looking for in a certain area of my training, and then in others I excel. Like, that's all good. Like, I know that I was part of that. I feel like if I took something, it was gonna shortchange the real reward for me. That was like, well, that's because I took that. That's because I took this. Like, it wasn't because of the effort I put in. So I always encourage people, whoever consider that, I'm like, do you find any reward in what you do? Do you find any inspiration from your own efforts in what you do? If you do, stay away from that shit, because you don't need it. Like, but it's gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot longer than it would if you were to use something. But it's gonna be that much more rewarding to you, and you're always gonna be able to walk around knowing that you did this. Like, you are responsible for how you look. Like, you did. You didn't shortchange this at all. You didn't take any shortcuts. And to me, I think that is like one of the biggest things that keeps me inspired to this day on what I do. And especially as I age, now it's like, okay, well, let's see. I know plenty of guys that have never taken anything that look amazing, older, much older than me. I use that as inspiration to be like, look, I want to continue to look good, you know?
Because they know the hard work it takes to do it, so they're still willing to do it when they're older.
Yeah.
It's not like, wow, it used
Well,
to
it's
be
more of a
so much
challenge.
easier. Yeah,
it's more of a challenge, right? It gets harder to wake up in the morning and make sure you do it before you do your interviews. You know, like it's probably not the same as it was 20 years ago, but you know, now it's actually part of the process. You know, you challenge yourself to make sure you do it and get it in.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reward.